How's it going, guys? Joys of Sorrow. Welcome to the Joys of Sorrow channel again. And guys, I fucking told you so. I fucking told you that this shit would happen. And I'm kind of fucking pissed about it. There's a few times in my life that I hate being right. But right now what's on the screen is a good example of one of those fucking times. This is from the New York Times. Prosecutor drops abortion charge in Queen's murder case stirring debate. As Democrats in New York last month celebrated Governor Andrew M. Cuomo's signing of a law expanding abortion rights in the state, anti-abortion campaigners predicted it would eliminate criminal penalties for violence that ends women's pregnancies. I talked about this when I made my video, Why I Am No Longer Pro-Choice. It seems that I was fucking right, everybody. I am the Miss fucking Cleo of bad shit. Not something I'm proud of. The debate resurfaced over the weekend after the Queens District Attorney Richard A. Brown cited the Reproductive Health Act as the reasons for dropping an abortion charge against a man who the police say fatally stabbed his former girlfriend when she was 14 weeks pregnant. The man stabbed his girlfriend when she was 14 weeks pregnant to death. The man, Anthony Hobson, 48, was arrested and charged on Friday with second-degree murder for the February 3rd assault of Jennifer Irigoyen, 35. Maris Campbell, spokesman of the district attorney, said prosecutors dropped a second-degree abortion charge after learning that the Reproductive Health Act, which was signed on January 22nd, had stripped the crime from the state penal code. The New York Post article about that decision routs many who are against abortion. At this point, it doesn't have to do with you're for or against abortion. Aside from killing the woman, he killed the child too. Unfucking believable. Thanks to the RHA, it's open season on pregnant women in New York, Dennis Pouts, a spokesman for the New York State Catholic Conference, wrote on Twitter. It is. It literally fucking is. New York City just told every fucking man in that city, hey, if your girlfriend gets pregnant, you can punch her in the fucking stomach, and the worst thing you're going to face is assault. That is what the fuck has happened. And we are seeing it right here. But supporters of the law wish to criminalize abortion and place it in public health codes with other medical procedures say such fear is driven by misinformation. Misinformation! It's happening right now. It is not misinformation. It's an obvious fucking fact at this point. The debate reflected a mostly partisan divide over abortion, which may be a key issue in the 2020 elections. In a joint editorial published Friday in the Times Union of Albany, State Senator Liz Kruger, a Democrat from Manhattan and law's chief sponsors in the upper chamber, and Anna Kaplan, a Democrat from Long Island, wrote that physical texts that end pregnancies can be prosecuted as first-degree assault, which carries a prison sentence up to 25 years, far more than the previous sentence for an unlawful abortion. That's not the fucking point, you stupid bitch, and that's what she's not telling you. The fact is that he was already being charged for assault. He was already being charged for murder. The abortion charge was another thing added on to that. Okay? And frankly, there is no reason for that ruling to affect him because it's not like the woman chose to terminate the child. That is the... Again, this is... People in New York must be some of the stupid fucking people on earth to honestly make this law and not think this would happen. There is a man who killed a baby and his ex-lady, and he's only going to face the penalty for killing the lady, not the baby. Let that sink in if you're a parent or about to have a child in New York City. Get the fuck out of that shithole. Furthermore, judges have discretion to increase the penalty in cases where the crime was particularly violent, the editorial states. The RHA does not prevent appropriate charging and sentencing of violent perpetrators. Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do. That's exactly what just happened. A man technically killed a woman and a child. And because your law doesn't recognize it as a child, or as a living thing for that matter, this man's attorney went and rubbed it in someone's fucking face, and they had to acknowledge it. You fucking assholes. David R. Alonso, the former chief assistant prosecution in the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, said that the interview on Sunday that charging Mr. Hobson with abortion could not have affected his potential sentence for murder, which supersedes an assault charge. And yes, it supersedes it, but would have added on time to make sure that this son of a bitch doesn't fucking get back on the streets. The basic thing is, because of the killing of the fetus is the same act as killing of the mother, even though they were separate charges under the old law, you couldn't get more than 25 years to life. The point would have been to guarantee life, or maybe longer than 25 years. Did you ever think about that, asshole? Did you really ever fucking think about that? Because if 25 years is the minimum line that we are using as a, as far as sentencing somebody for a grand crime, then you should have doubled it up and made it 50 to life at this point. Okay. Prosecutors say surveillance videos inside Ms. Irigoyen's building in Ridgewood showed Mr. Hobson dragging his former girlfriend out of her third-floor apartment to a stairwell, where he stabbed her several times in the torso, neck, and abdomen. She later died at the hospital. Mr. Hobson surrendered to the 104th Precinct on Friday morning with his defense lawyer, Stephen J. Questlor, who said his client is committed to facing the murder charge against him. He would not discuss specifics of the case or say whether Mr. Hobson intended to fight the charge or plead guilty. Regardless of the charge, Mr. also said it is unlikely that anyone who commits violence against a pregnant woman will get off easily, and he better not. Hell, actually, to be honest with you, 25 to life is getting off easy for this sick son of a bitch. No less than a death penalty would be sufficient for this. No less. Prosecutors have never gone easy on a guy who killed pregnant women, he said, and neither have judges. Abortion charges are rare in New York. Last year, only one person was charged with the crime, according to the governor's office. Prosecutors rarely used the charge because it did not add anything to the prosecution of that case, officials said. In the case from last year, the police said Oscar Alvarez stabbed his 26-week pregnant fiancée 6 times in the abdomen with a kitchen knife on May 22, 2017. After accusing her of infidelity, he then held her hostage for at least 30 minutes. The victim, Livia Abreu, an Army veteran who served in Afghanistan, survived, but her fetus did not. Mr. Alvarez was charged with attempted murder and second-degree abortion. It is not clear whether the Republic Health Act will affect his case. Practical Shaughnessy, a spokeswoman for the District Attorney's Office, said prosecutors are continuing to assess the strength and weakness of the case and evaluating existing laws. And honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if that fucking asshole too comes out and fucking tries to get that shit removed because of this new fucking law. This is insane. This is fucking insane. I have no fucking respect for fucking anybody in New York City who agrees with this shit. I have no fucking respect for any lawmaker in New York City after seeing shit like this. And you know what? It's only gonna get worse. I promise you guys, this is only gonna get worse. Thanks to shit like this, it is literally open season for pregnant women in New York. Congratulations, Democrats. You're about to get a shitload of women assaulted or killed. But you have a job, right? That's all that matters, right? Guys, thank you for watching. This is Joyce of Sorrow channel. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe.